Hi YouTube, this is RobinKnights1 here, and I have for you today episode 3 of Arrow, titled Episode 4, An Innocent Man. This episode dives more heavily into Oliver's nature as a killer, and also some of his left-wing views on society are shown. In this episode, Oliver helps a man on death row, who he believes is innocent and wants to help him. The innocent man worked for Jason Brodeur, who is attempting to dump toxic waste into the glades. Jason had the innocent man's wife and daughter killed, and then framed the wife's husband for the murder. Oliver, as the Hood, enlists Laural to help him save the man's life, whilst showing Laural, in a way, that he is changed. Ironically, Laural views Oliver as selfish, but Oliver is trying to save his city as the Arrow. So there's a nice little dual parallel between those two views, because Laural views Oliver as selfish, and yet he's trying to save the city. So it's a sort of very interesting irony to it. However, in the process, he winds up showing Laural the darker parts of himself that the island changed him into. And we see flashbacks of the island showing that in order for Oliver to survive, he had to kill animals and what we later find out to be people. And in this episode, it's notably a bird. In order to survive, he had to kill this bird and do inhumane things in order to survive on the island. And we sort of see Oliver lose that in the flashback. Oliver lose the innocence that he had. Like, he loses the aspects that made him into who he is, or who he was. And having to kill something just broke his innocence. And I really, really liked that. And that now he's back into society, Oliver hasn't been able to separate these murderous instincts from there to society, which is why the Hood is constantly killing people, because he is constantly in survival mode and hasn't been able to stop. Which is where Diggle comes in, because he knows what war can be like for people and how it can affect their lives, since he's an ex-soldier, and he sort of serves as Oliver's moral compass that brings Oliver back into society. This is a very good way of having Oliver slowly return to society and make the Hood into the hero we all know and love. Because I was reading an article on season 2, and they explained that Oliver is sort of slowly becoming the Green Arrow that we all know. And I think what viewers have to bear in mind in this show is that this is not Green Arrow yet. Like, Oliver Queen hasn't got to that point yet in his life. And we do have to keep that in mind, that this is not the Oliver Queen that we know yet, but is slowly becoming the Oliver Queen that we know, who is Green Arrow. The episode also shows how much Oliver cares about the people around him, contrary to what Laural would believe. Oliver tells Diggle that he aims to bring down corrupt organizations and people who would use the less fortunate for their own goals. Is similar to how capitalism has taken away individual rights of other people, that it's all commercialized now, and like the business is in control of the people, not people over the businesses. Oliver believes in the people of Starling City and wants to fight to protect them and ensure they continue to thrive. A few reveals happen in this episode, such as Walter, who has been embedding money from the company, and discovers his wife's secret. And it's revealed that Moira has been keeping the Queen's Gambit, and salvaged it after Oliver and Robert went missing. And we finally learn the mysterious man in episode 1 and 2, I think. And it's Merlin, played by John Barrowman, who has appeared in Doctor Who and Torchwood. And he realizes that the Hood is targeting the list of names that they're a part of. Moira has been quite shady since episode 1, and to see more sins come out of this character is very interesting. She is caught in a web of lies that have now set the stage for her character to embark on. Her son is now alive, who is aware of the list, and her husband discovers her keeping the Queen's Gambit in a warehouse. Now that people are beginning to question Moira, it's interesting to see where it goes from there. And finally, we get some more Black Canary references with Laural, as she discovers more about Jason's involvement in the case. She learns that the law only goes so far, and her faith is partly shaken by this. And she learns that there are people behind the law who are willing to keep innocent people in jail in order to hide their conspiracies. Her blind faith in justice and the limits to that affect her in small ways. And seeing a vigilante work with a DA is an interesting idea that wasn't fully explored in this episode due to the major themes I have described. And as a quick side note, Bloodhaven was mentioned in this episode, and we see that we see a bigger DC universe being expanded here. Thank you very much for listening to me. Subscribe for more Arrow reviews. Like and comment if you have any comments. And I shall see you all later. Bye.